And hello, Twitch. Mark, hello. Tendo Pain, hello. How you guys doing today? Welcome in, you guys. Today is Tin Hat Tuesday. You know what that means. Boofing spaghetti. Anywho, I don't really have any conspiracy theories, truth be told, today, but I do want to say I did a conspiracy theory video. It's up on my YouTube. It did get banned for a second. Suspicious for misinformation. Zorby, hello. Suspicious, I think so. Anyway, before we start, we'll wait for people to get in. How was your guys' day? How are you doing, Zorby? I hope everyone had a good day today. Tuesday. You had one? You don't remember now? I have one that I'm going to discuss a little bit, but it's a very light one because it goes back into the big pharma. You're okay? We're doing all right over here, too. I don't know what the hell's up with my traffic, but whatever. Yeah, we're doing good over here. Kind of an easy day today. So yeah, some things about my company some good things or bad things, Zorby. I hope you guys are eating and hydrating today. Uh-oh. Has to do with COVID? Ooh, tell us. Drop it. Drop what you think, Mark. I'd like to know. I do have a theory about COVID. I think the vaccine was used to mutate DNA. Losing accounts left and right. Cody, hello. That's not good. Is this the one? Hello, Weird Handsome. Is this the one that you were saying you were potentially maybe looking into other jobs because of this one or something? Daytopo24. Hello. How you doing today? How's everyone doing today? We're talking about conspiracy theories today. Mark's going to share one maybe about COVID. Oh. Bubba's hello. How you doing today? Thank you for the likes, y'all. It's Tin Hat Tuesday. Oh, thank you, Rob the Mob. I hope you're having a good day so far. Rogue, hello. How you guys doing? We're going to talk about conspiracy theories today. We're on Twitch too. But yeah. I do have a little bit of theories. I don't know how long tonight will be. But, you know, I want to do the conspiracy theory. Oh. That's such a funny username then. I love conspiracy. Hello, Derek. How you doing today? Yes, I love conspiracies too. Deployed to shut down many. Ooh, that is a solid. I could think that too, Mark. I could side with you on that. Truth be told. Um, yeah. I think there's a ghost that lives in my house that keeps touching me when I come in here. I know it sounds crazy, but every time I come in here, I feel like there's something touching my arms or like my back. Nonetheless, many your options, right, Mark? And you know what I learned is that Walmart, the way they market, so all their like lotions and stuff will be on the main shelf that you see, right? And then you go into the next aisle where it looks like it's like the family owned items, which most likely are actually bought out by big companies that you just wouldn't know. Um, I follow this guy on TikTok. His name is Cancel This Clothing Company. Hello, Mr. Aaron. Oh, hell yeah, Dustin. Also, welcome in. Were you? Nice. I don't know if that's nice. I bet that might have been hectic. But yeah, so there's a lot of big brands that buy those like family owned companies, but they keep that family owned look. So I truly believe that. And I think like with COVID, that gives them the ability, kind of like Lahaina, where they speculate it gives them like the ability to go in and pay for land at a cheaper price, right? Because it's damaged. Kind of like, COVID is hitting. These companies, like you said, Mark, can't keep afloat, and then a big company comes and swoops them in, takes their company name and everything for a low dollar, and then ends up selling it on their shelves to make it look like a company brand. It do be. I have not eaten today yet. Thank you for the follow, the goat. How are you guys doing it today? Welcome in. The link in my bio, we're on Twitch, you guys. We're talking about conspiracy theories today. So if you like conspiracy theories, hang out. Yeah. Sloppy Joe with french fries, that sounds so good. So I just released one of my videos on Twitch about conspiracy theories. So I wanted to kind of wait till I put that on to talk about any conspiracies. Joan of Arc had schizo. How do you know that? I'm proud of you too, Lee Wolf. And anyone else. If you made it through the day, I'm freaking proud of you. I hope you guys are hydrating. I hope you guys are eating. Okay? That's important. Right? Oh, heck yeah. Tell us the Walmart secrets. Do it. Tell us whatever Walmart secrets you know. Hello, Street Glad. Welcome in. You're drinking water now? Hell yeah. So, I just posted a video called Conspiracies and Cheese on my YouTube. If you want to check that out, the link is in my bio. But one I was speculating in there that I was talking briefly about last night, and I'll be doing like a whole nother video on this, is the idea that Columbus potentially brought over parasites. And I know we talked about that, but that goes into a lot of things, not just that, but big pharma with just pharmacy, Western medicine in general. And then we go into the food industry, which we briefly touched on a little bit in one of the streams. From Louisiana, well, welcome from Louisiana. Don't buy TVs, we just throw them around. Nice. That's good to know. So, and once again, I just want to let y'all know, like, this is not fact. This is just speculation and fun to think about, okay? Just to avoid any misinformation. But, this gets kind of touchy with TikTok, so we'll keep it light here for this episode or whatever. We are on Twitch, by the way, if you guys want to check out my Twitch, link in bio. I would love a follow from you. Thank you if you do that. But with that, I was talking about in the video how potentially maybe Columbus brought over parasites. And then in the last conspiracy thing that we did, we were talking about how, America was formed by our founding fathers, whatever, and we were discovering like the financial people who were backing our founding fathers, and essentially, building America through that shadow government, as it's called, um, which is speculation. Okay, we speculate that there's a shadow government. Okay, I want the freaking SWAT team like busting through my window or some shit. Hello, Ryder. Welcome, Mac. Hello. You're sorry, Mom. Sorry for what? What? We must stand there. That's weird. Vanguard. Yeah, Vanguard. What is it? J.P. Morgan, BlackRock. But with Big Pharma and the FDA, so the FDA especially, I don't even know, and this is where we get into the digging. I don't even know who or what rules the FDA goes by and who makes those rules, because the FDA allows certain things, and it's actually crazy what they allow. Like there's a lot of things. Mark, you posted a video actually on TikTok I watched about the Parmesan cheese. So with this speculation, okay, if you've ever read, what is it called, Soylent Green, I think that's the movie. Soylent Green is the movie, but there's a book I read based off of Soylent Green, Make Room, Make Room, by Harry Harrison, and in it talks about population growth on society and the hoarding of resources by wealthy. I don't remember a lot about it, but the main point that I remember in it is them talking about eating wood shavings. Mark reposted a video pretty much about Parmesan cheese and how it's only allowed to be made from a certain place in the world to be actual Parmesan cheese, and that the cheese that we use in America that sprinkles, it's like mostly wood pulp. So this book that was wrote in 1966, and keep in mind, these are part of these books that are like usually the part of the banned books when kids are going to school, So I don't think this is one of the banned books, but 1984 and all those books are, Hi Mickey, are some of those banned books. So Make Room, Make Room was written in 1966, and they were speculating these kind of things, right? Fast forward, it's actually true, and that's just not all of it. We know that there's foods in America that are banned in other countries. Let's look it up. I know mac and cheese, Kraft, is not allowed in other countries. Twinkies, stovetop stuffing, Ritz crackers, Skittles, United States pork, which I did not know that, and I will always repeat my pork theory in that the FDA, which we'll get into, the FDA allows animals in the meat industry to be fed up to 35% garbage. So animals are ingesting plastic and garbage. So I wonder what are the, eating plastics and somehow developing microplastics in our system. But because they don't, and whatever meat that they're allowed to eat, the animals, it's loosely based the word meat. That doesn't mean like if the cow's leg had a cancerous tumor, they would include that into your dog's food, into the food for the pigs that are eating on the farm that we eat the bacon. And because pigs don't sweat, those toxins, roll around in their system. That's my personal theory. But the FDA allowing about 35%, I think, I'm not sure on the exact percentage, but the FDA allowing a certain percentage of the animals allowed to eat garbage. They're literally allowed to eat it. And I think I pulled that up in another stream, or I may have looked it up, but we'll pull it up here in a minute. But there's tons of foods that in America are allowed, and it's because of all of the dyes that we have, all of the oils, all the glues. Like, you'll hear me talk about pizza cheese all the time. I love pizza. Titanium dioxide isn't allowed in most countries, just is. Do you know what it's in, Brandon? Gatorade? Really? Do you still do the lighters? I do, Eddie. If you want to message me on my Instagram, I'll get back to you. My favorite TV show, Pothead. I'm just gonna call you that because it's easier. Um, Bob's Burgers, Park and Rec, and The Office are my top three. I appreciate you, Mr. Aaron. Is food waste, not plastic and stuff. So there's here. I'll look it up real quick. Because I did research on this. So it doesn't allow like plastics per se, but that doesn't mean plastics don't get leaked. And also, when they say garbage, it has to be like X amount of uh like biodegradable. Like the percentage of it has to be biodegradable. Um and obviously, like, in general, they're eating like food that's like not the best food. Hello, Ryan. Food that's, a little molded and stuff like that. And personally, I wouldn't feed that to my dogs. Um, I'm reading here for a minute. Hold on. Isn't it Pantera? Who is this? Pretty sure it is. Oh, thank you. And 10 minutes. Oh, Mickey. All right, sounds good. I appreciate you hanging out. Hope you have fun at your guitar lessons. Oh, also, the thing that they do too is like they they think, and this is probably true, but like the food that is cancerous, it's not like it's like they're giving it to them raw. They cook it at like a certain degrees, so that it kills the bacteria technically. Swine Health Protection Act in 1980 was created, and that was passed because they were feeding cancerous and stuff like that things to animals just raw, um, and so they had to cook it to kill any bacteria. Mm. Yeah, Geek Squad. I believe that. When I was living with a friend of mine, her dad said the same thing that, oh, thank you for the roses. That when you get like a piece of ham for Christmas, most of the time that's cut off from like a limb that probably has an infected cyst or something. Powdered donuts. Oh shit! I love those donuts. I almost wonder with microplastics, like how much we inhale because, like, microplastics could even be like plastic being ground down to a dust, um, and we inhale because I've seen people have autopsies. Spud, hello, Cody, swearing in, welcome in. James Johnson, hello. We're doing well. We're living in a simulation AI. Take a shot of whiskey. If I want to vomit. We're doing good today. Some bacteria die by 160. I think, let me see what it said. I think it said like 212 was like the degrees. Um, yeah, so recently there was because I remember seeing this, and that's what started my research. There was in the pork industry in North Carolina, there was a pork in person producer, like a big, they make $6 billion in their multiple whatever buildings that they have across the U.S. So this is a big pork producer person. Um, they had a video of someone that went viral, that they got fired, and they did like a news story on this person where, so they will like give them like let's say Hostess cupcakes, like the cows, pigs, whatever. I don't know what animal's eating this, but to me pigs are the worst to eat this because they don't sweat or whatever. They don't secrete their toxins like other animals, I guess. I'm not a farmer. I don't know shit about that, but that's what I've learned through just like cultural practices through like Muslims and Jewish people. But they'll give them like things like that, and according to them, there's machines that vacuum out the plastic wrapping and stuff. There's no way it gets all those, and pigs don't give a shit what they're eating. I don't think cows probably care what they're eating. Um, So to get rid of billions of pounds of waste and make sure that every piece of plastic is removed is not realistic, to be honest. But um, yeah, and then once again they state like it doesn't matter anyway because they put it in a vat of 212 degrees for 30 minutes, which is enacted by the Swine and Health, whatever the hell that was done in 1980. The Department of Agriculture, that's what it is, not the FDA. I keep getting those confused. And apparently, certain states have worse track records also. So I'm not sure what the determination is between like federally run things and like how they're kept up with like coding and stuff like that. Like I don't know how they get away with these things if there's inspectors. Oh, what food inspectors focus on is foodborne threat illnesses instead of what the pigs are consuming, which is why it gets pushed on the back burner, I guess. I'm trying to find a certain article that I found. Maybe it's not the FDA then. What was it that I said? Department of Agriculture. Department of Agriculture. Uh, if I said the whole chicken can return my broken bones down. We all do. We do all fruit juices, alcohol concentrates. No, 5 different red sauces. I definitely don't anything though. Food is catchy. What do you mean, Mark? We do all fruit juices, alcohol concentrates, and no. Kettle cook 5 different red sauces. What do you? It's confusing to me. What do you mean? What does thou mean? Um. And that's actually why I'm like really cautious about like where I get my food at this point, especially pig food, pork and bacon. I won't eat much anymore. Now I would eat bacon if I knew a farmer and knew he was giving food to, like what kind of food he was giving. Ew. HACCP. Look. Oh. Then free graze, add feed is needed. Anyway, so to get on with this theory, minus this. I'll find this article here soon. Um, I think it might be per state basis because when I'm looking at this, it's showing different states. So I'm not sure which state I saw that I read those, whatever. But nonetheless, because everything tied into, and I don't want to say this is like around the country, this is just for America. I don't know what it's like living in other countries. I just know what I read, and I know that other people say that when they live in America and they go to other countries for like um, just like a vacation, that they feel much better food wise because of the food that's much healthier, and that's even down to the bread. And there's things in the like there's things in the bread that are literally not even needed. Like same with the cheese to make it more stretchy. They add things like things that are included in glues and stuff like that. And while I get it because of the appeal, like it's and then they will add sometimes they'll like pre-shredded cheese. They'll add like xanthan gum or some random shit on the outside of it to prevent it from sticking, which makes sense, right? You can also use cornstarch, but nonetheless, like they really be inserting like the most random chemicals into things, and it's really confusing to me because a lot of it's not needed. And I sit there and wonder like do we need all of these things to make up this? And there's things like the fake Velveeta cheese where I kind of understand because that's all chemical and you need something to stabilize that chemical in a sense. But even things like chips, like it doesn't need to be like all of these byproducts to make a chip shelf stable. Same with canned goods. When you heat it up and do all that stuff properly, you don't need chemicals to make canned goods last 50 plus years. People have been doing that for a long time. I personally, if someone can answer this, I don't know what the point of it is. So if someone has a realistic answer, then tell me. But people have been canning spaghetti sauce with meat in it for years without any kind of like preservatives or anything. Um, Even sell that in other countries. If they do, it's a cheese sauce. Yeah, Velveeta is like my least favorite. Um, like how my phone copies me. I was just talking about conspiracy theories. Oh shiz. Pandas never existed in the wild. Really? Do you think that? We all have a time limit. Yeah, but eating bad food can make your time limit you can suffer more in your time limit. Like for me specifically, how was I treated when I grew up Mormon? Terribly. um, the chemicals have made difficult to corporations do it to drive out small business. They're making their stuff last. Yeah, but you could make these things last without that stuff. Um, oh, okay. So this is where is this? I don't know what state this is or if this is an overall. So like the thing is with the wording, okay, they're sure it says they're not allowed to do some things, right? Um, but like they're able to get around certain wording and things like that. And um I'm trying to find the exact percentage, which is what's tripping me up. But what they consider garbage is also loosely based. Like, and you're also not allowed to give them untreated garbage. So once you boil it in that vat, it's no longer qualified to be, garbage. So it's not like you're feeding them garbage when you treat it, essentially. Um, so with federal state regulations concerning type of animals, the federal regulations. should have saved the thing that I found because this is something I've already looked into. And then when it comes to any meat products, even if it's like bad meat, you just have to cook it at 230 degrees, apparently. I'm not sure what this is citing because when it says these things, it has like a number asterisk by it. The SHPA requires the meat and animal byproduct containing food scraps be heat treated in a manner that is sufficient to kill bacteria. We kind of already knew that. Untreated garbage must be stored in a covered leak-proof container until it's treated. Cresolic disinfectant. What? Before disinfection with either a permitted brand of sodium orthophenylphenate, a permitted cresolic disinfectant, what? Or disinfectant registered under the Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act. What? With tuberculosis claims labeled as efficacious. What the hell is that word? Efficacious against any herpesvirus. That's cool. Great. I mean, I'm glad it does that. The Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, bovine spongiform encephalopathy. What the fuck is that? And see, this says the FDA bans the use of mammalian protein, i.e. animal tissue, in feeds for ruminant animals. What is ruminant animals? Like, what does that cover? So that's cows, sheep, goats. So that does not include pigs? I'm just saying, y'all, it's something about the pork. So pigs are allowed to eat the tissue of animals as long as it's not a ruminant animal. Cattle, sheep, goat, moose, elk, red deer, domestic yak, aurochs. What the fuck is that? Domestic water buffalo, reindeer, northern giraffe, roe deer, whitetail deer, guar, water deer, sika deer, antelope, bighorn sheep, mule deer, all these random things that we would never eat unless you're an avid hunter. But what's on there is not chickens, pigs. So those are allowed to eat meats of other animals. We don't produce any meats, only fruits. Oh, I got you, Mark. Abstract or in it. Candy! But it's still food waste. Hold on, dishwashers every other. Hoi Minyoy. Hello, Adam. This food is to test. Oh, are you for real, Twin Riddler? Do you remember what that's called? The cardboard tasted better than like pizza. Food waste stuff you'd put on compost bin, essentially. Yeah, but compost, you're not eating directly. Omnivores, it makes sense that they can eat meat. Yeah, but this means the more likelihood of those animals. And the point with this is more so than anything I'm getting at with pork is because pork especially, and now that I know chicken, it makes sense to me. You know, and I'd say maybe based off of this, the cleanest animal to eat out of the grocery store would be probably a cow. I'm just trying to find that there is a certain percent of treated garbage or treat whatever. It has to be treated waste or whatever the hell they call it under the fucking term that these animals can eat. And that's what I'm trying to find. Because there is a certain amount of actual garbage, plastic and whatever, that cardboard and trimmings and moldy bread and shit that these animals are allowed to eat. Rotted food. And see, it says it passively, or not passively, respectively prohibits the feeding of meat containing active disease organisms to swine. And then it has an asterisk, and then the asterisk goes down and talks about the heating of the food. So they're allowed to give it as long as it's heated to that temperature. Which at the same time, like, okay, fine, whatever, but I would not give that to my dog. So I don't like the idea that, in the meat industry, and the whole thing for me, the reason why I want to own, like, a cow farm and a chicken farm and produce meat for other people. I don't really like the idea of killing animals in that sense, but it's really to do something different than the meat industry. I can't change the meat industry, but you can kill the animals humanely. You can give them a really great life. You don't have to overload them with hormones and stuff, and you can make the meat taste wonderful by treating them real well. And while I understand and here's the thing is they waste so much food every year. Like, there is no need to have so much livestock and continually, like, making them suffer by feeding them hormones. Shuga Kaito, thank you. Feeding them hormones and shit like that. That cause, like, just overgrowth, like, too fast of growth in a natural way that's not natural, I mean. In particularly 15 states have the federal approach to feeding food scraps animals by flat labor. So it is by state. 15 states have exceeded the federal approach to feeding food scraps to animals by flatly prohibiting individuals and facilities. That doesn't really matter, but I just wanted to point out the fact that this is probably state by state basis. Although the FDA does go over everything. Oh, here we go. So it is a state by state basis. So this is here. Wink. This is what I'm looking at. So this is what it allows and per state. And I want to look at Arizona. Animal waste must be heat treated. License required to feed waste to swine. So the states that you're not required to have a license to feed waste to swine is Alabama, Alaska, Delaware. I know where Delaware is, but they're like never included in anything. Like, I feel like they're almost like Switzerland of America. I never hear anything about fucking Delaware. Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine. Or not Maine, Louisiana. Michigan, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Dakota, Ohio, Oregon, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, Tennessee, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, and Wisconsin. They're not required a license to feed waste to the swine. I repeat, your bacon is nasty as fuck. Buy it from a private farmer is all I suggest. I have nothing against bacon. It's just the fact that the meat industry has really lowered its standards, which is crazy because America overproduces so much garbage. TXs. Not just with the food industry, with everything. And there is really no reason why may feed household garbage to own swine. Puerto Rico. Virginia. Guys, Virginia? Kentucky and Louisiana. Michigan? Interesting. Anyway, I don't see the point of overproducing all these animals and cutting costs by feeding them cheaper food and shit like that. Creating like tainted food for us. Like they could cut costs by not having as many animals and therefore not having to throw away so many animals and then they wouldn't have to feed so many animals, and then they could put that extra money into better quality food. Like, I'm not against animals eating scraps. I think that's okay. I feed my animals scraps technically, like when I'm done cutting food, or like food that's like not, that I don't want to eat or anything, they end up eating. But I've taken care to make sure it's like okay food. But nonetheless, now this is just a pig. I don't really know really with the other animals, but we all know, like, I've had a thing with pigs for like a long time. The reason I got into that is because when I got pregnant, like, I started getting really grossed out by pigs. And really grossed out by like the food that they eat, and that they can just really eat anything, including a human. Oh, look at this little goat. He's the goat. I'm sorry, I lost my voice. Fortunately, the farming industry is a government backing. Is it, Krieger? Loaded with lobbies, subsidies, it's near impossible to legally raise livestock to sell meat unless you... Are you for real? And see, like, I feel like that even more goes into like the conspiracy theory with food, that they want to go hand in hand with the big pharma. And here's something that I learned the other day. So I just started eating Pringles again. I haven't had them for a while, like a few days. I started eating them and they were so fucking salty. And so I'm like, okay, like, why was I craving so much salt? So I looked up why, and like, you could have a salt deficiency. And I was like, okay, what causes salt deficiencies? And I asked ChatGPT if parasites can cause sodium deficiency. Sure enough, they can. And I think like big pharma is like in cahoots with like the food industry. And I think especially for America, because the food is so bad, it keeps us sick. Like, food can heal you, but food can also make you incredibly sick. I mean, literally, just take, for instance, when you eat something, you get the mad shits. Like, definition of garbage. Putriscable. I don't know these words. Animal. Putriscable animal. What is that word? What? Liable to decay. Animal. Vegetable waste resulting from handling, interesting, preparation, cooking, and consumption of foods, including animal and fowl carcasses, parts thereof, provided that citrus pulp, pea vines, bakery waste, candy, kitchen waste, and dairy product waste from milk processing plants should not be included in this definition. Such waste has not been mixed with or in contact with other animal or vegetable waste. So the definition of it is anything not including this. So you can feed the animals. Am I understanding that right? Not be included in this definition, as long as it's not mixed with any other animal or vegetable waste, such as vegetable oil or some random waste. So essentially, how do I say this word? Putrescible. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. But I'm just saying there's a lot of stray cats in my neighborhood. I agree with that. Food. Yes, absolutely. No feeding garbage to swine. So no feeding garbage to your mother. I'm just kidding. So sorry. That was rude. Exception for individuals feeding household garbage. Whoever feeds garbage to swine will be guilty of a misdemeanor, up to 500. Oh, okay. And so who's going to inspect them when it literally said, oh, here we go, Arizona. Oh, it goes through all of them. Oh, what one was that? Alaska? Oh, that was Alabama. So animals covered in this act are just swine. Just swine. Just swine. Farm animals and swine. California. Nice. Definition of garbage. Any waste which consists of whole part animals that results of handling, blah, 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 blah. It does not, however, include such waste from ordinary household operations that is fed directly to... What? Definition of garbage: any waste which consists of, in whole or in part of any animal, that results from the handling, preparing, cooking, and consuming of food, including the offal from any animal carcass, from any part of any animal carcass. It does not, however, include such waste from ordinary household operations that is fed directly to swine on premises. Lovely. California. So a lot of these garbage excludes waste from ordinary household operations, which is fed directly to swine. That's crazy. All garbage must be heated for at least 30 minutes or else treated in a manner by ergo the got milk ads are a lie. Oh yeah, I learned that a long time ago, which is crazy. You guys know about the cheese caves? Have y'all heard about the cheese caves? Because like apparently we had too much cheese, too much what during like World War II or something. So we put all the cheese in like a cave, and we're still eating it. Hi, I'm watching Clarkson's Farm on Amazon. It's obviously based in the UK, but really farming isn't too different here. For small farmers, raising Clarkson line is lined with thick red tape that involves lawyers to. Damn, is that for real? So I guess the Cottage Act probably covers maybe small time farmers who want to sell things like part time, but the Cottage Act usually you can only make like 5K a year. So that's like you can't be making a lot if you're trying to sell goods under the Cottage Act. Help out in the cheese caves, me too. But yeah, I with this recent parasite cleanse, I've come to terms with I think America is busy just infecting Americans with parasites of all types, and it starts with like the way our meat is, and like I don't know everything. Obviously, this is speculation, but with the way other countries handle their products, foods and stuff like that, I can't help but feel like with the pharmaceutical industry here in America, that obviously they go hand in hand. Food can make you really sick, and through my journey, food is what made me sick. Processed sugar makes me so sick, and it's in everything. You can't eat even crackers without finding processed sugar. And then on top of it, I can only imagine with the meat industry, like, I want to know. I want to know what good meat tastes like. That's what she said. I want to know though, like a farmer who actually cares for their animals and like doesn't feed them crap. I want to know what that tastes like versus what you get at the grocery store. And here's something else. I've never really looked into this. The pink slime thing. Apparently it's just like the fatty pieces and whatever of meat that's like cooked down, rendered down, and put back into the meat. What the hell is this? Anyway. Pink slime, also known as lean, finely textured beef, LFTB. Are they part of the LGBT community? The LFTB? I'm just kidding. That's a terrible joke. It was one of my least good ones. I don't even know if I said that right. I think it's LGBTQT. No, there's another letter in there. It's 5 letters. I don't know. Anytime I say it, I just feel like I'm getting the letters backwards. As part of the production, heat and centrifuges removes the fat from the meat and trimmings. The resulting paste without the fat is exposed to ammonia gas or citric acid to kill bacteria. Oh, citric acid does something. I need to know. I remember reading something that That's good stuff. Um, there's like some bad effect on too much citric acid. It's used in cleaning products. That's crazy. Ah, it's pretty much your typical shit, tooth problems and shit like that. Anyway, but I mean, I guess when you say tooth problems and upset stomach, gastrointestinal issues, skin irritation when people are eating this meat that has the pink slime in it. LGBTQIA? There's more now? Plus, to be raised near a farm in the Midwest to be able to experience humanely raised beef. It does taste a little like dirt. What? So you're telling me QIA? I can't. Hello, Gilbert. Hello, Energetic Zone. Welcome in, y'all. We're talking about conspiracy theories a little bit. Not a little bit, just on Twitch and whatnot. But whenever I see these meats that are like, or not meats, just foods, like, and we learned with the first conspiracy theory day that we did, right, that they pretty much like microdose cancerous shit in the water. And I essentially think that they do that with everything. And that's why I'm like, why are all these things needed? So they say citric acid and stuff is needed, but we don't need to be doing the pink slime process. So it just makes me really think that at the end of it, that the American food industry is definitely going hand in hand with the big pharma to make us more sick, because people go to other countries and they eat stuff and they seem to have really good, experiences. Like people can, for instance, Shuko has a friend where she's gluten intolerant, but when she goes to France was there or something, out of the U.S. anyway, titanium dioxide can be found in candy, sweets. So Brandon, you mentioned that. So that's in Skittles too, which California just banned Skittles. Prepackaged ground beef. The pink slime that you find in prepackaged beef is prepared with ammonia gas and used as a filler. U.S. beef is banned in Europe. That is crazy. So how does someone give me a suggestion, like how does one buy better ground beef? Like even if I go to a local butcher market, like I don't know if I trust that. Like what are the steps that I take to make sure that the ground beef is good? Right, Shuko? Swiss rolls? I love me some Swiss rolls. Honestly, Little Debbie can fuck me up any day. I do love me some Little Debbie cakes. Maraschino cherries are banned in Austria, France, Finway, Norway, and the UK. Maraschino cherries are delicious. Can you make maraschino cherries without... How do you spell maraschino cherries? There you go. Without all the preservatives, let's look. Alright, what's in maraschino cherries? See, like, what? Why do you need red dye? Why do you need red dye 40? Like, because look at this. Like, these look beautiful as is. These look beautiful. And, like, cherries already have natural red color. So, like, why would you need a thank you ghost in the wall? I wish I could. Destin Church. Burger grinds from different cooking styles. This way you can make different types of burger grinds from... What? More brown off the bat. See, let me show you what I get. Let me Instacart. Aldi's. I'll show you what I get. And you guys tell me, because here's the thing that I know for sure is that they'll say, oh, this is 100%, whatever. I guess you guys can see. That's okay, right? Do I see my address anywhere here? I don't. I think you guys are okay seeing my zip code. But where's the ground beef? I know with the wording, they say things a certain way. You know, organic. This. What? Oh, that's poultry. My bad. Um. This is what I get. So, obviously, that's prepackaged. Oh, wait, it says product of Australia and or USA. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, the recipe was pretty easy. Right, Shuko? And or US. What the hell do you mean? And or what? So anyway, that's what I get. I'd like to think it's okay. Uh why are they disinfecting the meat? Is my question too. Like, is that normal? Like, why would you like if you kill your animal to eat? Do you disinfect it? Is that normal? Like, why are we doing that? Ground into. Yeah, the tube meat. Yeah, I used to get that shit from Walmart where it's like super cheap too. And it's a complete different color too. When you put them side by side, one is like literally pink. Germs probably. But oh, do you disinfect the chickens? Okay, so that's a normal process. I don't know. I don't know. So it would make sense if it's a normal process, and you guys would be the ones to tell me because I don't know shit about that. Especially Shuko because she has chickens, chimkins. Scrap meat compressed together and treated with antibacterial agent. Sounds gross. Anyway, now I'm just suspicious of what type of meat to be eating. All right. Anywho, look at all those delicious. Ooh, I love hamburger helper. I hate this dressing. Catalina dressing. Ew, I hate it. Nasty. Nasty like this ass. I'm just kidding. So sorry. I love Doritos. I like to eat Doritos, but like, why do we need red dye 40 in Doritos? Because the chili pepper? Or like whatever the seasoning? Like, you can use like, there's seasonings that are already naturally red. I don't get it. Red dye consumption has quadrupled in the last 50 years, apparently, to whatever that Instagram post was. Growth hormone fed dairy is banned in U.S. milk, essentially, is banned in Japan, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and the EU. What is the EU? Europe? Mountain Dew. That doesn't surprise me. That shit looks like fucking toxic goddamn nuclear acid. Some shit from Doom. The acid pits. U.S. chicken? Because it's washed with chlorine. Chlorine can be found in food products such as tomatoes, celery, olives, lettuce, and seaweed. It is also found in many canned vegetables due to the salt added to help preserve them. Ham, bacon, corned beef, organ meats, like there is not really salt needed to be added to preserve things. Like, you just have to heat it at a certain temperature. Scallops, called salmon, raw oysters, whatever that is. Mussels, lobster, crab, cod, milk chocolate, toffee, peanut butter, canned soups, tomato sauce, mayonnaise is in fact an instrument. French dressing, dry coconut, roasted and salted nuts, peanuts, scrambled eggs, and many baked goods. Chlorine? Chemical compounds that form as a byproduct of too much chlorine have been linked to numerous conditions, including asthma, eczema, and other skin conditions, food allergies, certain types of cancer, like that of bladder or rectum cancer. So they're treating all of these foods with chlorine, which, as we know with most American foods, are linked to cancer. And here's the thing is it seems like a lot of Americans are dying from cancer at like crazy rates. Crazy rates. Fruit Loops. That makes sense. Conventional corn. U.S. corn is commonly sprayed with atrazine, which is linked to birth defects and banned in 44 countries. It's also found in field corn, sweet corn, sorghum, and sugarcane. Sorghum is used in, it's a byproduct in other things. Not my corn, right? Yeah. Yeah, these are interesting. Long list of foods banned in other countries. I need to know more. Oh, little puppy. Okay, that was stupid. Citrus soda, like Sundrop. Skittles, we know. Processed breads, because of chlorine, probably. Jimmy Dean Delight, breakfast sandwiches. And Arby's croissants use a whitening agent called ADA, azodicarbonamide, which could be found in your favorite yoga mat or the bottom of your shoes. Delicious. Has been linked to skin irritation, respiratory problems. Makes sense. Instant mashed potatoes. That's so crazy because, like, literally you could dehydrate mashed potatoes and that's totally fine. Like, what are they putting in there? Oh, carcinogens. That's cool. BHAs, which we learned that's what they microdose into our water. It's an additive that keeps fat in certain foods, products to keep them from going bad, keeps them shelf stable. It's a carcinogen to humans. And if you look it up, you'll find BHAs. You'll find, 0.0002% BHAs in all of our water. U.S. pork. Oh, is that a shocker? I've been saying, y'all, it's something with the fucking pork. A common growth hormones in pigs used called ractopamine. Let's see how that's said. Is a feed additive marketed by Elanco Animal Health. Never heard of that. What is that? In the U.S. for swine, cattle, and turkeys. It stimulates the adrenergic receptors. Which does what? Elanco Animal Health Incorporated is an American pharmaceutical company which provides medicines and vaccinations for pets and livestock. And once again, I'm sure that there's disease that had happened before that, but then we get to, okay, these animals have diseases. What are we feeding them? Literally fucking shit. Literally leftover scraps, garbage, shit like that. So I wonder why they're getting sick and needing, animal health care. So Big Pharma goes into animal Big Pharma. I want to see what adrenergenic receptors are. Cell surface glycoproteins that recognize and selectively bind, which release sympathetic nerve endings, adrenal medulla. So is that like an adrenaline thing? Yeah, so it's adrenaline. So this medicine that they give them, whatever, ractamine, heightens their adrenaline. Oh yeah, it makes sense. It's for hormones to fatten them up nicely. Many packaged bread rolls. SPF was growing corn and they said he needed a Really? That's crazy. It helps create adrenaline. Yeah. Must return to the trees. I feel that. I agree. Next year I will return to the trees. Brominated vegetable oil, common soda ingredient. So I guess a lot of sodas are banned in other countries. Yep, food dye and boxed mac and cheese. But you know what? Seeing this really makes me want some Kraft mac and cheese. I don't think I can find that at Aldi's, unfortunately. Chlorine treated chimkins. Frozen dinners. So that zodiac carbonide, whatever the fuck is in that too. Sugarcane. American sugarcane. Oh, wow. Huh. American sugarcane is treated with a weed killer, atrazine, which we just learned about, I think. Linked to birth defects, yeah. And it causes cancer and shit like that, too. Tumors, skin sensitivity, muscle degeneration. It also causes asthma, which we just read. Fat-free products. Many fat-free products in America are made fat-free by using something called Olestra. Not only has this been linked to gastrointestinal disease, Olestra, also known by brand name Olean, a fat substitute that adds no calories. It's been used in the preparation of otherwise high-fat foods, thereby lowering the fat content. When it comes to nutrition, what is it made out of? Potassium, more potassium, azothiocarbonamide. What the hell is that? Where's the breakdown of this? Wiki, tell me. Olestra may cause abdominal cramping and loose stools. Hey, beefy boy. How you doing? I'll be done in a minute. I know. I'll be done in a minute. I love you, honey boy. I'm cutie pie. These symptoms normally occurring only by excessive consumption in a short period of time. Well, when it's in like almost everything, how do you... In addition to health effects on warning public acceptance of product, might have not lived up to consumers' expectations of speedy results. Oh, I love you, honey. Whoa. So fat-free things, chewing gum. What are y'all chewing on then? Contains preservative, butylate, whatever, BHA, more BHAs, which causes cancer, yeah. Salmon. Wild salmon is pink because of the carotenoids in their diet. American farm salmon, however, do not have a natural diet. That's great. The farmers feed them synthetic astaxanthin. What the hell? This can potentially cause eyesight damage and therefore banned in Australia. Is a red pigment that belongs to a group of chemicals called carotenoids. It often occurs in certain algae, causes pink color in salmon. Oh, so they feed them lots of this stuff, I guess. Hi, baby. I know. Fake blueberries, like in Nutri-Grain, probably in Pop-Tarts. Toaster waffles. Not my egos. Been linked to brain cancer. Great. Hyperactivity. Great. American M&Ms. Maraschino cherries. Apples. So because of their coats, The chemical filled coats. Twitch was like FU update time. Oh no! Yes, he's such a lovey boy. I love cuddling with my dogs. They're just all big old cuddlers. Chocolate milk. How sad. Called carrageenan, the emulsifying agent used to stabilize and thicken many foods. Beef, leave Odin alone. Ketchup. I love ketchup. That's crazy. So France banned ketchup in school and university cafeterias. Potato chips. Once again, the cancer causes constant that cancer causing things. American cheese, that doesn't surprise me. That's like right up there with Velveeta. It's just like purely plastic. I actually ended up eating a breakfast burrito like a few months ago, and I think it's the American cheese that made me sick. High fructose corn syrup makes sense. Palm oil, which is in like peanut butter and shit like that. Oh, okay. Artificial sweeteners. Stevia. Oh, there's lack of evidence with that. Trans fats, that makes sense. That's crazy. And here's a whole bunch of sources. Daily Mail. LA Times. I'm not sure if those are reputable, but nonetheless, I guess those countries did ban them, but nonetheless. Nonetheless, that's scary, y'all. That is so scary. Monsanto poisoned the beer supply too. They used another thing. Really? Right, Shuko? Looks like the chocolate milk in my fridge. No more bathroom ketchup. I know. You need a P.O. box. You can try Australian snacks. I know. I think I might get a P.O. box for Christmas. So if y'all want to send me stuff for Christmas time, I would love that. I would do an unboxing of it all. I would love that so much. But anyway, y'all, that's kind of it for the freaking conspiracy theory day today. I think we've done some deep searching enough. And those, literally, the thing is you will go approach someone who eats these kind of things. And I'm not saying do this because nobody cares about, like, when I eat McDonald's, I don't care for someone to be like, you know, that causes cancer. It'll take me out early. I don't give a shit. Okay. But nonetheless, like, you know, this is a big reason why I want to start my own homestead kind of thing, because it's frightening what things are allowed. And you know, even if certain garbages and whatever aren't allowed to be fed to animals, I don't foresee that rule being followed. We all know how the meat industry people and people like that are always cutting corners. They're always cutting corners. So it doesn't surprise me that garbage is allowed in food. And once again, for those who want to go look it up, this is what we're looking at. But it tells you literally for most meats, but mainly swine, it looks like it focuses on what the rules are. And it pretty much does state that they're allowed to eat garbage as long as it's cooked up to a temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit. But that still includes that the individual household might be feeding their own garbage to the swine. Whatever that means. It's real crazy. And I really do believe that this food is so tainted that the only way to escape it and be healthy is to start doing it yourself. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people in America are being driven to, because our health issues are so bad. We want to live, but we can't live, because, you know, we're suffering with pain because we're chronically ill because the food we eat is making us sick. And it's even down to like, you can't even eat vegetables because they're sprayed with chlorine that causes cancer and all these things. Isn't that right? And then I can only imagine what they feed dog food, okay? You know, we find that animals are getting cancer all the time now. And cancer is such a big killer for dogs. And it's because we think they're lower class than us, essentially, and that it doesn't matter what they eat. And I just saw the oldest dog just died. It died at 31 years old. And it's because he lived by eating real human food. And, you know, at this point, I don't even think, like, human food is the thing. I think it's non-cancer causing food that all people need to be on. Oh, hello, baby. You're a good boy. Yeah. And that's why, if you care about your pet, you should feed your pet table scraps that are good, not processed food. We gotta start feeding the beef some beef instead of some chicken. Instead of chicken and what, salmon? No more salmon for you guys. Yeah, no more salmon for you guys. Just beef. Beef for the beef. The beefy boy. You don't want the beefy boy. Yeah, pretty much meat, fresh veggies, some oats. No American milk, right? We gotta find European milk for you guys. They eat better than I do, and they will be eating better than I would do, so I don't even care. Nonetheless, that is an interesting rabbit hole to go down. I really do think, truthfully, that like all of this big company thing that happens with everything in America, like they're all tied. It's all tied to JP Morgan and shit down the line. And these people stay in business by creating this. And it's such like it's spread to so many people that there's not really one way to stop it. The only way I could see stopping it is by starting my own meat industry, essentially, which a lot of farmers already have. And yeah, it might be a lot, but I don't plan on being poor my whole life. So, I do, hey. I do see myself starting something like that. And really my goal is like Wagyu steak, essentially just treating my animals the same that Wagyu cows are treated, because that renders such good meat. And I really care about the animals because I want to make sure they have a good life. And if you don't overproduce, then you don't need to worry about, your meat going to waste and stuff like that. And I mean, it doesn't matter to them because it's being bought, but nonetheless, like, you can bump up your price to people who are more willing and wanting to pay for good meat, and not astronomical, but if I knew a farmer was doing that, I'd pay more per pound of beef than I would at the grocery store. I don't care, because I know it's good meat. I think so too, Shuko. So, anywho, right, Ivory. Also, welcome in, Ivory. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the chat. We've been doing some research over here on Twitch. But that is my spiel, y'all. I think that's it for tonight. If you want to join us for more conspiracy theories, we'll be back on Tuesday. And I don't know what conspiracy theories we'll learn this week or run into. But if we don't run into anything, then we'll start the conspiracy theory iceberg, which is crazy. I'll show you what that looks like if you don't know what it looks like. Because there's so many conspiracy theories, I don't even know. Okay, this is taking forever. Anyway, if you don't know what the conspiracy theory iceberg is, look it up. It's just a whole bunch of conspiracy theories where it's like the tip of the things that people know about, and then versus like what's like nobody really talks about, nobody really knows about, et cetera, et cetera. So if we don't have any, we'll be starting that iceberg. Steven, we've talked about that before too. So anyway, me too, Zorby, me too. Yeah, so if we don't have any cool theories to come up, I think we'll to come up with this week. I think next Tuesday we'll start the iceberg, and I'll just kind of let you guys pick whatever theories you guys want to research and learn about, because obviously there's so many. These are things that I've just speculated through things that I've learned. But nonetheless, I'm going to eat some dinner. I'm going to work on my Pringles costume and turn a movie on in Discord, a horror movie. So if you guys want to watch a movie with me, feel free to join on Discord. I'll probably start it here in like 8 minutes at like on the hour. So link in my bio if you want to join if you're not already in it. But for now, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I hope you guys have a great night. I love you. Thank you. Thank you all for joining in. Zorby, I didn't even know. I'm going to just say it was Zorby. I don't know who else was killing the likes, but thank you for crushing those likes. Beef is saying goodbye to y'all. You saying goodbye to everyone? Yeah? Okay. Well, anyway, guys, I will see you tomorrow morning. Don't forget to drink some fluids. Eat 27K for you. Damn, son. Hell yeah, you're amazing. I will, Tyler, I will. But you guys, eat something before you go to bed because you deserve to. Even if you're on a weight loss journey. Even if you haven't eaten all day and you're not hungry. Just something small, okay? Hydration time, yes. But I love you guys. Don't forget you're beautiful. You're sexy as fuck. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Probably at 9:30 Arizona time. All right? Toodaloo, TikTok. Toodaloo, my Twitch people. Oh, there's no sound? Oh, it's probably because I'm... Ugh, I need to fix it. I'll fix it. I'll fix it tonight. Thank you for letting me know. But anyway, I will see you guys later. You guys have a good night. I gotta let the dogs out. Toodaloo. Love y'all. Nighty night. Okay.